I'd like to welcome you all back to another edition of Foreclosurepedia. We had a viewer the other day ask me, said, how precisely do you get your window boarding done and how does it look pretty? That's a good question. It's actually quite simple. We just did a board up here, and what we do is, if you see in the frame, you can see the gap right here. What we're going to do is we're going to take a measurement from here to here, from the bottom of that to the top. We're going to cut that. You can see we use plywood here. This is used recycled plywood. I'm not going to buy new at Lowe's. See our carriage bolts here? You can get them from anywhere. I go through US Hardware. You can get them anywhere. So anyway, we first measure, cut our piece of plywood. We come on in here to the inside, and see from the inside I've cut a piece, and you can see it's used as well. A piece of 2x4. I want to stretch from here to here, give myself a couple inches of gap. That's the strength. I'm going to pull my bolts through. They haven't been tightened up yet. Get them good and snug. I got my washer, I got my nut. That's going to compress the plywood to that. You say, well, how do you center those holes there? Huh? You know, a bunch of measuring? Not really. You see, I've taken a nail. I just temporarily tag that and that. I take my screw gun, and in this case, we're using 3/8 carriage bolts. Take a 9/16 bit. I screw through right there. Take my screw gun and just kind of eyeball and guesstimate. Screw another hole. Free as you please. You take a pair of channel locks or a box wrench. You're going to torque that down. It's going to compress it all the way in. Window boarding is not rocket science. Some companies, see how this protrudes? Some companies want you to take a Sawzall and cut there. Rule of thumb on this, most of your windows, you got about 8 to 10 inch, depending if it's block or what have you. I just buy bulk 12-inch carriage bolts, just easiest. The way HUD wants this done is that plywood there is to be 1/2 inch. Thickness got to be plywood, not OSB, guys. Like I say, got our 12-inch by 3/8 inch carriage bolt. Got our accordingly our washer, our nut, compress it. One final note, some companies also want you to paint that plywood white. Why or why not, I don't know. Some of them do, some don't. You always want to remember to clean up all the glass, clean up all your debris, get that junk out of there. Whenever you're breaking out that glass, always remember, wear some safety glasses, wear a pair of gloves. I know that sounds really trivial. Let me tell you, I've cut my fingers wide open, just trying to hurry up the job. Average job like this is going to take me about 20 minutes. Remember, for billing purposes, this is United inch. United inch is calculated length plus width. That's the old school way of how we actually used to put windows in. And you'll multiply that then by the price. In this case, in HUD's case, it'll range from 62 to 80 cents United inch. I'd like to welcome you back. We hope you tune in again to another edition of Foreclosurepedia. Till then, this is Foreclosurepedia from East Tennessee. Checking on out.